So many of my students are significantly below where they should be as freshmen and sophomores, but this year they have really proven that they are capable of so much. My class is specifically designed so that my students are able to engage with content that's closer to their reading level. However, I have had to be pushed, and I've had to push myself to know that that's not enough. So consequently, students are reading more than the curriculum asks. They are writing more than the curriculum asks. And with that, I'm working sure to make sure that every single student, regardless of language barrier or learning barrier, has the supports that they need so that they not only feel successful, but are actually making real growth. Backwards planning is always incredibly helpful. But I've realized a lot of what I learned from doing reading interventions and working with English learners has improved my teaching this year. What's been most vital this year is probably providing students with the background knowledge and the vocabulary necessary to write and read at levels that they haven't before, right? I feel like a lot of it boils down to what words do you know? What do you feel comfortable reading and using? So much of our content I could bring to a student and they're like, I've never even heard of that before. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know what that word means. I don't know how to use that. So with each lesson, I'm thinking of what do students already know? What do they need to know or remember so that they can be successful? And what vocabulary do I need to give them to help them show what they know? And that's kind of where all my lessons start, to get into other people's classrooms. I feel like a lot of what I've learned is a direct result of learning from really creative people and teachers who are more innovative than I am, but who are doing things really, really well. And so, stealing ideas from other teachers, observing and thinking about ways that I can make it my own in my own classroom, and really utilizing the resources that we have around us.
Bree teaches a class that's full of some of our more reluctant readers and writers. And after a couple days or weeks with Miss Leeper, that reluctancy turns into excitement, because it's hard to be around Bree and not be excited about what she's doing, because you want to be with her doing whatever it is that she is. Our students absolutely love her. Bree is also just has this amazing gift, one of the best I've actually ever seen at doing this, of scaffolding and questioning with students. Because her students are all at different levels, Bree has to do an insane amount of planning to make sure that the question she's asking is giving kids just enough of what they need, never more, never less, in order to get to the next level. And I've just seen anyone who does it better than her. And it's really quite something to see when you're in her room. So that's Bree as a teacher. Amazing stuff. Bree is a leader in our building. One thing that I love about her is she's just helped spearhead our ELL efforts here at the school. So Bree, in partnership with Miss Mendoza, has taken something. I'm now late for dismissal. I'm sorry, Mr. Spencer. Has taken what was a growth area for our school, which is our ELL instruction, and turned it into what I would argue is one of the biggest strengths of our school. And did that in over the course of one semester. Bree has just this moral clarity about what's right and wrong. And she saw we weren't serving our students the right way in this area, and she's moved really fast to make sure that as a team and as a school and as a community, we're serving our ELLs much better. The second thing that I love about Bree, and I knew she was one of the best hires that we've made, is after Bree led her very first PD, she beelined it over to me. And the first thing she said was, what do I need to do better at? What's your feedback for me? She's super hungry. She's also her toughest critic, which is why she's just so amazing. And then finally, the last thing that I'd say, some people take on leadership habits of mind and heart once they get the title, or once they move up into a new position. But Bree doesn't think that way. As I said, Bree has this great moral clarity about what is right and wrong, and she doesn't care where she falls on the org chart. If there's a problem that she thinks needs fixing, she's going to be a part of the solution to make it happen. I just really respect that about her. And then this final one, Miss Leeper, this is to you directly. I'm going to just read from my notes here so I don't get it wrong. I said, you've been one of the best teachers I've ever coached. I love how much you love our kids. I love how well you take feedback and how willing you are to disagree with me if you see a different story in the data. No one is more deserving of this award than you, and I'm incredibly lucky that I get to be along for the ride and see your amazing journey as an educator.
Gracias por la ayuda en la clase, por tu interés en nosotros para que aprendamos inglés. Lo aprecio y gracias por la paciencia que los has tenido. Thank you for the helping in the class, for you interesting in us, so that we learn English. I appreciate it, and thank you for the participation that you have had.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. You helped me get out of Central Literacy and into composition. Tutu, doing a good job in here. And you are just an amazing teacher. I thank you for everything you've done for me. And the ninth grade students, they're going to accept you for everything you do for them. Thank you so much. I love you, Miss Leeper.
I want to say thank you to Miss Leeper. Thank you for having the patience to help me become a better reader and writer. Thank you for all your time. I appreciate all your hard work that you have done to help me. Thank you, and I love you.
I want to tell her that thanks to her, I improved my English. And not only that, but because she is my favorite teacher. She treats me very well. She is a good person, and I like her voice. Once again, thank you, Miss Leeper.
She's supportive, she's helpful, she pushes me to do things, and she loves and cares for me and wants me to be successful.